Welcome back to the Spoonie and Caregiver Life podcast with me, your host, Jordan Banderas. And before we get started, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes of the podcast. And let's go ahead and get into today's episode. Have you ever been told by a friend or family member that you're lazy when you're actually so depressed that you cannot function? Having a lazy day every once in a while where you binge Netflix or Hulu is great. I'm not gonna lie, I have done it myself. But I'm talking about the days where this isn't a Saturday morning, I'm not gonna get out of bed type of thing. I'm talking about the weight of the world holding you down. I can't function for the life of me situation. When all you want to do is get up and participate in activities of daily living, like most of us, most people with depression will probably beg for a day like this. I've seen it with myself and with my wife. And that's because the more complex the situation is, the more you wish for a good day to come your way because you see it with everybody else. Now, sleeping too much becomes a hot topic in some households. It's either you sleep too much or you sleep too little. Like in my case, my wife sleeps too little, I sleep too much when we're depressed. But here's the issue, everyone's level of tolerance and depression is different when it comes to sleep. Some people need to sleep until noon, like me. Some people don't sleep at all, like my wife, and find themselves napping all day long to fight off the fatigue. I have even heard of people referring to their beds as the only place to find comfort to relax and get some much needed rest. Yet, people think it's lazy to be in bed all the time. My wife calls her lazy boy her throne, blanket and all. Another thing is that personal hygiene can become an issue when you are depressed, anxious, or struggling with life in general. It has happened to me, has happened to my wife, and I see it with other people. Because showering or bathing can be such a chore. Let's face it. And before you know it, days have gone by where you just simply don't do it at all. I've done it. My wife calls me all the time. Now, for women, makeup becomes a thing of the past. Sweats become your outfit of choice, and quite frankly, you stop caring. Laundry piles up, you live out of a clean pile and a dirty pile of clothes. And I say this because this is what my wife has told me, this is what I see with my wife. And yet, you think you're the only one going through this, but you're not. Just like me, my wife, and a lot of you guys. Stop comparing yourself to people that live in glass houses. Nobody has their shit together. Nobody. There's always something going on, especially right now. Now, is your house becoming unmanageable because of a chronic illness? Don't worry. This is common when you're down, and it can become severely overwhelming. I mean, you're in pain. There's not a lot that you can do when you're in a lot of pain. I have read stories of people who aren't even able to brush their teeth and hold their heads up while staring at moldy dishes because their mental illness is so bad. Don't be ashamed if this is your situation. Know that this is a fight for survival, and asking for help is okay. Support groups are out there, people are out there that care, and most importantly, tomorrow will come. Do you find yourself going down the rabbit hole on social media and 2 or 3 hours have passed? that doesn't help your mental health, because while you have wasted your entire day away in bed with a severe case of FOMO, this is a real issue that people with chronic illness struggle with. The fear of missing out is so great because you think to yourself, why can't I be out doing that? Or I used to be able to do that, which quickly brings on an entirely new set of feelings about being lonely. Yeah, that will make you feel lonely. Another thing is when people think that if you don't work, you're lucky. Now, at a young age, not having the daily interaction at a workplace is hard. That's typically where you make friends and have social interactions during the day. When someone says, "Oh, you're so lucky not to have to work," it is almost heartbreaking. It's easy to say that, but a few weeks of it, and that person will probably beg to go back to an active lifestyle. I see this with a lot of retirees, people that are retired, because when the people you know are at work all day and you're the one trapped at home, you become the abnormal one. Now, another thing that I want to ask is, do you struggle to cook for yourself or your family? Do you grab food from a fast food restaurant or DoorDash instead because you don't have the energy to care or cook? Don't kick yourself. Have you seen people in their pajamas at the drive through or at Walmart? Think of it as joining the club. You can't be Superman or superhuman if you aren't functioning on all cylinders. Remember to give yourself some grace. That's very important. And remember, you are going to have ups and downs in life. That's going to happen. That's a given. You may struggle to get out of bed, but remember that even the tiniest step is that a step. The way that I want to say is, remember that even the tiniest step is just that, a step. One step at a time in life will get you where you want or need to go. If the dishes, laundry, or lack of cooking pile up, remember that small steps equal progress. Depression is like a dump truck sometimes. It will run you over, and you have to spend the time peeling yourself off the asphalt. But you can do it. But be gracious with yourself and do not get caught in the comparison trap. You are on your own journey, not someone else's. So, with that said, don't look at someone else's lane. In this type of situation, what I have said to myself is like, stay in your lane. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. You do you, you work on yourself. That's pretty much what I have said to my wife, and it kind of helps her. It has helped her. I'm not gonna lie, but that's pretty much what I wanted to talk to you on today's episode. Again, thank you for your time. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for the new supporters, the new followers, the new listeners. We're growing. I really, really, really appreciate it. I really appreciate all your feedback. I appreciate that as well, because thanks to that, I feel like I'm getting better. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. And also follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And you can listen to us wherever you listen to your podcasts. And another thing, I do say and a lot, but that's fine. And if you want to share your story, you can post it on the community on Facebook, or you can send it to me at the Spoonie and Caregiver life@gmail.com. And finally, I'll leave you with this. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself and have a great day.